Look, this has gotten under my skin somewhat randomly, belatedly, right? Because, I've mentioned it before, but now it bothers me more even when it matters, honestly, less, right? Almost every news outlet is counting the superdelegates.
Yeah.
It's the AP is doing it. Everyone is doing it. It's
usually responsible organizations are doing it.
And okay, look, it was a 15-point loss last night. We talked about it last night. Again, realistic about it. It is not good news, okay? And it is now improbable that he will come back, okay?
Yeah.
No matter what Jimmy says, and I love you, Jimmy, okay? But counting the superdelegates is almost malicious journalism, right? I mean, I can't believe that all of those reporters don't know that superdelegates changed their votes, because it wasn't like 1968 when they last did that, or 1868. It was 2008 when they switched their votes. I can't believe that all of those reporters don't know that superdelegates haven't voted yet.
Except that they do know.
They do know.
I mean, this is not like, okay, day one, fine. You did all that research to call them all up. You want to use your research. But we've gone through this so many times now over the last few months. You know what you're doing. You know how you're trying to skew the results, how you're trying to fool people into thinking your lead is bigger than it is. They have heard that. They've thought about it, and they've said, no, we're going forward. We're going to continue to use that. And that tells you all you need to know about those media outlets.
Yeah, and so those guys are, by the way, the ones that'll shout the loudest from the rooftop, saying, "Oh, bias! We are not biased. We are neutral, 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 neutral. We will not tolerate bias." Republicans, I don't know if they do obstruction. I don't know. I've never heard of it. Republicans push for war. I don't know.
Is torture illegal?
Republicans say that they balance budgets. They never have, but I'm not going to tell you that, because that would be bias. But when it comes to this, they're like, yeah, let's put our thumb, let's put our elbow, let's put our whole body on the scale for Hillary Clinton and say the superdelegates have voted when they haven't voted. Let's commit an atrocious act of journalism, and let's all do it.
Yeah.
Bias? Yeah, of course we're biased against Bernie Sanders. Screw Bernie Sanders. That is what the so-called journalists in this country have screamed to their audience.
Yeah.
Actually, they've screamed it to themselves. They haven't quite let the audience know. That's why it's far more malicious. Exactly. If you are a reporter out there and you report superdelegates as having voted, well, then you're either horrible at your job or you're maliciously biased.
Yeah.
Okay? Those are your only two options, and if you want to cry about it and say, I'm a radical for pointing out the truth, go ahead and cry away.